Hey you guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers. Welcome to another episode. A couple of years ago, I did a video on my neighbor Denise. She had bought one of my old Craftsman push mowers, gas. She used it for 2-3 years and then she never filled it with oil. So she never checked the oil, she never filled the oil, so it ran for 3 years, no problem. And then one time she tried to start it, the engine seized. She gave it back to me. I ended up unseizing the engine and sold the other thing for parts, whatever. Anyway, so her neighbor Brian, who has a Ryobi electric battery operated lawnmower, said, hey, maybe you should go electric, because she didn't want to pull start it. She didn't want to worry about carburetor cleans. She didn't want to worry about the ethanol breaking down and clogging her carburetor. Loud. Gotta check the oil. So she decided that she wanted to do an electric battery operated lawnmower. So she asked me for a recommendation. And so while my recommendation was probably an Ego, but that was out of her budget. An Ego was like $500-600 at the time. And so I was looking through Amazon and I found her a Skil. Now I know Skil. I've used Skil in the past and I find them to be pretty good. So I recommended her this Skil electric battery operated lawnmower. It was only like $350, $375, something like that. Free shipping from Amazon. Shipped it to her house, no problem. I did a video where I went and opened it up for her and put it together for her. And then a few months after she used it, she told me that when it was cold outside, it wouldn't start. She would put the battery in there and nothing, not even a click. No signs of it living. So she left it out in the sun on her driveway for a little bit, and then she came back about an hour later, fired right up. So it has something to do with it being cold. The inner electrical circuits need to be kind of warm or heated up, at least not cold. So throughout the year, what could she do? She had to leave the lawnmower in the sun before she used it. Otherwise it wouldn't start. She had tried taking just the battery and putting it in her house, and that wasn't it. So I think it's one of those things in the circuit board where whatever, a rectifier or a voltage regulator or a transformer, something electrical needed to be at a certain temperature for it to work right. Or maybe it was just a defect. Either way, I felt embarrassed because I was the one that recommended that mower to her. And so recently I was talking with her about it and I said, you know what? Why should somebody have to live with this, to put your mower out in the sun for an hour before you use it? Doesn't make any sense to me. So I decided I was going to contact Skil for her and try to help her out with the situation. So when you go to the Skil website, there's no way you can email them. All they tell you to do is call this number. Well, I didn't want to deal with those automated bots where it tells you to respond and it never understands what you say, and you can say customer service all you want and it still says, I'm sorry, I still don't understand. And then once you do get through, you're on hold for like an hour. You want to be able to describe the whole situation to the person, the customer service agent. So you want to include pictures and stuff. So I wish that there was a way we could just email them with pictures and explaining the story instead of going through all that telephone jazz. Well, on the website, Skil is owned by a company called Shervan. It's in China. So not only does Shervan own Skil, they also own Ego, which makes the more expensive, higher-end lawnmowers and lawn products. So what does a determined customer do? I want to contact somebody at Skil. So I went on the internet and I found out that the CEO of Skil is a guy named Frank Carroll. So I Googled him and I managed to find his email address. So I emailed Frank. The CEO of Skil is probably going, who is this Yahoo emailing me about his lawnmower? So he did read the email and responded back to me saying that his team will get back to me soon. So shortly after that, the director of consumer affairs gives me a call and we have some back and forth and I tell her the whole story. She appears to be a very nice lady, very understanding, and she actually enjoyed the video. I sent her the link to the original video of my putting the Skil together for Denise. So I get the information from Denise, model number, serial number, date of purchase, all that stuff, and I send it to her. And the next thing you know, I get a box at my house. A Skil t-shirt, magnetic ashtray to put your nuts and bolts, some stickers, koozie. Kind of nice, huh? You hear that noise in the background? Gas-powered lawnmowers. Hey! Achoo! Huh. They sent me a Skil t-shirt. Looks good. So the FedEx truck should be here soon with Denise's new replacement Skil battery-operated lawnmower. Noisy. Thank you, bro. Thank you. There we go. It's the same exact one. All right. Well, I'll put this together and we'll bring it over to Denise. It's heavy. As you can see, picked up another lawnmower off the curb there. Kind of broken, but that's another project for me. So today we're gonna open up a box and put Denise's new mower together. I'm gonna roll it over there and give it to her. Well, there it is. It was just getting it out of the box is the hardest part. That's why I cut the sides and just let the sides flop down so you don't have to hurt your back trying to lift it out of the box, you know. I use the box for when I spill oil on my driveway, you know, so I don't waste anything. I use everything. Toughest part was just putting the bag on the frame. Everything else, you just undid the handles and retracted it upwards. And there you go. I'm gonna go roll this over to Denise's house. Right, off we go around the block.
For my shirt.
Look at that. Denise is wearing her Skil shirt. So it just came yesterday. Today I woke up, opened up the box. Super easy to put together. You remember?
Yeah.
Anyway, here. This is the new battery. And I don't know what your old one was. Was it a 4 amp or you don't remember, right?
Look at it.
So the director of consumer affairs over at Skil told me that she was upgrading the battery. Well, she's getting an upgraded battery. This is a 6 amp per hour battery, which should give her better life and more stability, as well as more power. So it's a PowerCore40, 6 amp per hour lithium. As you can see, it has a gauge here to tell you the amount of, so from shipping, it has only 2 bars out of a possible 4. You know how to put it in. Let's try it. And here's the charger, the instructions. Denise is a pro.
Love this.
It looks exactly the same, right?
Yeah.
Is yours also a PowerCore? Is that what it's called?
I don't know. I would have to pull it out.
So do
I
you?
don't think so. I think this might be more.
Do you mow with the bag usually?
No.
Me either.
I mulch.
I do too.
I only use the bag when I pick up leaves.
Exactly. We're on the same wavelength.
Yes.
All right, so we'll take the bag out. The mulch plug is in there already.
Okay.
You want to give her a try?
Sure.
Should we take the sticker off?
Yeah, we could do that. Oh, gee. Okay.
Want
then.
to take it off? Just rub it off.
This is higher than the other one.
Well, you know, you could always adjust.
Yeah? No, that doesn't adjust it. Oh. Oh.
Is
Look
that
at
better or should it be lower?
No, better.
Yeah.
This is better.
So it's a middle hole.
Gotcha. Oh, how did you realize? I
See
did
the
this.
3 holes?
Yes. Oh, okay.
This only goes
Goes up and down.
up and down.
Okay. Alrighty, you ready?
Sure, I'm ready. Oh, you want to do the height adjustment?
Way too low.
Does it seem exactly like the other one?
It's a little wider.
It seems wider?
I think, yeah.
Are you crazy?
No. I'll have to get the other one
Nah, there's no way. Wait, you know what? I'd be interested to seeing whether or not it's exactly the same thing. If you feel like it's wider,
in. I don't know.
no kidding. How about the motor speed? Do you feel like any difference or no? Be honest. No, right?
I don't know. All right. Okay.
Nice.
Yes.
Are you happy, Denise?
Yes, I'm very happy. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Hey, let's get your old one and take.
The bag.
Let's get your old one out and see.
What the difference is.
Yeah, I doubt it. Yeah, pose. So Denise got her old one out.
See this? Oh, this is the new one, right?
Yeah.
So this is
The one with the tag.
this is a little higher.
Well, that's because you just adjusted the height.
Right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
So they're both exactly the same.
Yes.
They're both identical.
Identical.
With the exception of the battery. As promised, she did get the new 6 amp per hour battery. Her old battery is a 5 amp one. All right. So from this review and my experience with replacement of a Skil product, I'd have to say that out of 5 stars, I'll give it 4 stars, maybe 3.5. So the reason why is I'm gonna deduct 1 star for the website's lack of consumers to be able to contact people through email. You have to call them. I don't think that's right. I think you should give the customer the option of whether or not they want to call you or they want to email you. You got to give people that option. So because of that, I'm lowering the rating by 1 star to 4. If it had 3.5, I would give it 3.5, and I would deduct a half star because, well, if it was a perfect machine to start off with, I wouldn't be going through this experience. So we'll update you on what happens moving forward. If the problem happens again in September when it gets a little chilly, and then I'll do another video. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe so I can continue to bring you lawn care equipment content like this one. Denise and I will see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
Bye.
Hey guys and gals, I'm JB from Garage Gear, and we'll see you next time on Mowers and Blowers.